super late today. What's up, guys? School holidays just finished, which means two things. It means that my drive to work is actually not going to suck so much at the moment now. It also means it's time for one of those week in the life vlogs again. So, like I said, I want to try and do 4 years. I figured just after the holidays each time is a good way to remember to do one. Here we go. Super late this morning because I did like a big social thing last night, but I'll talk about that later in the video. And I still live in the same place, so still like an hour and a half drive to work. And I've had to give up my big morning coffee because it'd make me fart and shit too much. So off we go to work then. This drive is killing me. Alright, order from Haltex arrived, which means we can finish off a fair few of the cars that are here this week, which is good. Got to finish off the double spring install on my LS because Ricky rocked up while I was just finishing putting on these rockers the other day. So I'll finish that off this morning, so it's done, put it back together. And my LS has got double springs. We've got the supercharged 6 litre. Hopefully get sorted this week. It's one of the jobs we want to get finished this week. For the 1.5, chasing up some valves at the moment to get the 1.5J head to the machine shop and get it sorted. And just got to wait on the timing gear and stuff to get back. So I can send the bottom end to the other machine shop to get the bottom end sorted and balanced. So I've got to try and get them off this week, hopefully, so that they can get started at machine shops respectively. Do a bit of a cleanup from my valve spring swap out. Still waiting on pistons for the 1FZ there. They're going to be a while. So we got one Mac valve for the Supra there. I'll turn the boost up on that. The owner really wants to make at least 300, and one for the 32 there. It came here with a boost T on it, which was horrible. I also sort of donated it to Ricky the other day so we could pump some more boost into his JZX90 from Matsuri. So they're trash anyway. I really don't like them at all, boost T's. So Mac valve instead is the go. And as you can see, the Mustang's still here. Seems the last one of these. We're hoping to have it out of here this month or next month probably. We finally got our exhaust components or our materials to build the exhaust are actually in the country, so they're on the way here now. So once they get here, we can finish that off and hopefully get that out of here. That's the supercharger for the 6 litre. Try and get that done this week. That'll be good. If we can get that done this week, and then the Supra and the R32 done and out here this week, and then Brad's picking up his R33 later this week as well. It means we'll have like the least amount of cars here in a very long time. And I've got to call the owner of the FG probably today, trying to figure out what the hell he's doing about a gearbox, because I'd like to get that done and out of here too. He did call me last week. He said he found the gearbox for it, but I haven't heard from him again since. So trying to get that sorted. So sorry guys, I still desperately need a freaking haircut. I just haven't had time. Pretty much leading up to Matsuri, which is getting absolutely pumped. Like so incredibly busy. So now that Matsuri's just passed, was the weekend just gone, which sort of hopefully this week we'll get on top of a fair few of the things that are here, and hopefully it'll start to sort of taper off as far as how busy we are. It's not a bad thing being super busy at all. It's just that I've been doing massive days. But I would like to start getting some more time to try and finish the 31 and get the VS started, and we've got the Sylvia to finish as well. Brad is coming to pick up the 33. He's actually got a full kit for the Sylvia for us, so we'll have a full kit for it. I've got another bloke, Timmy. He's coming back from New South Wales. He's been stuck there from COVID, but he's got a heap of other parts for us for the S13 as well. So when he can get back here, when they clear him for COVID, he'll be bringing a heap of parts out, like mounts and a cross member, and a power steering pump and stuff like that, all for the S13. So then it'll be full steam ahead for that as well. We're still got to get the motor together too. But either way, I've got one box of goodies here from RB Factory. Came last week. I've got another one that he's sending today, and then that's all my RB Factory stuff for the 31. So it's going to be pretty much ready to go full steam ahead and get that finished too. So hopefully we get some more of our builds sort of sorted in the near future. The 32 out there actually needs some more stuff as well that I'm waiting on. I'm waiting on a 140 amp alternator to help run the car, and a kit to actually fit the alternator. So until they get here, I can't actually finish the tune on it anyway. But yeah, that's what one of the Mac valves is for. So got the Mac valve in there at least because I've got to wire that in. Hopefully by the end of the week, this other stuff's here so we can get it sorted and finished, because the owner sort of needs that back too. Although he did, yeah, you'll see in the video anyway of that car. So after all our efforts the other day for Matsuri, getting Ricky done on like the dyno at like 7:30, he actually did get to Matsuri on Sunday and churn some laps, and he reckons the car
went like a cut snake, and he's super happy with it. So that's what it's all about. At least he got there. That's the main thing. So the weekend just gone. This is now a Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. It was a public holiday. I didn't do anything. I went out for dinner with a heap of mates. But I've had the past 2 days off. So I had Saturday here with Ricky until late. Did a huge day then. I was wrecked. Had a huge week. Sunday I did pretty much nothing. I went out to dinner on Sunday night as well, and then yesterday pretty much nothing. I went out to dinner as well. So just spent 2 days off with the family and stuff, and had some time off, which was nice. But back here today, trying to get some stuff done. All right, got my LS back together, so I'll push it back into the corner out of the way. Wait for some more stuff for that, and a little bit of a tidy up in here because it's still a mess from when I had to leave it the other day. Just doing a bit of editing because I realised I don't have a video for tonight. While I do that, Rex is working on getting the Mustang to the point where I can actually drive and move because we've been having some problems with the clutch master in it. So hopefully that's sorted. Anyway, get this edited and get it out for tonight. All right, so I've got that rendering. So nearly going. Just helped Rex bleed up this clutch. So now we finally got a clutch in this thing. We've had nothing but troubles with this clutch. Whoever did the firewall did a terrible job, and we found once we fitted a clutch, the firewall was just flexing like an insane amount. So we ended up having to make a complete brace setup for the back of the master on the inside of the car to try and brace the firewall as best we can. Still flexes a little bit, it's best we can get it. So that's just been a nightmare, but we finally got a clutch in this thing, so now it's actually finally drivable. Like it can move under its own power now, which is awesome. Our diff for this thing's not too far away. So yeah, hopefully we can have this thing sort of finished next month. It's actually been such a huge build though. It's been a massive build. But anyway, I'll make a bit of a video on it when it's done, I think. All right, so now move on to the Supra, try and get it finished off today. Yeah, I get a Mac valve on this, turn the boost up a bit. So I've got to try and figure out how to plumb up a Mac valve on this stock hot side. Very convoluted, but you'll see that in the content that's to come of this car. That's what I made on stock, just on gate pressure, just on the base tune, just fuel cleaned up a little bit. That's on stock timing, I didn't put any timing in this thing. But anyway, we'll turn it up and see what we can do. Owner really wants to crack 300, so. Quick wash down of the dyno for the week. Supra's ready to hit it. Been a pain in the ass to get it here, but should be right to turn the boost up now. Alrighty, all finished up. Just got a zip ties front lip back on. And this thing's ready to go out the door till a later date. And it's got some more upgrades. Yeah, we're doing a big clean out of the dam. Big job. Clean out all the silt that's been washed into it over the years. See how deep it is now. It's very deep. And I'm out. Got to fuel up on the way home. All right, home before 6:30, so it's time for a sarsaparilla and some family time. So, young fella's nearly crawling, aren't you, buddy? You're pretty close. And it's dinner time. Kid's favourite food is literally pumpkin. Cannot get enough pumpkin, can you, buddy? All right, great success. Hey, Bubba. All right, bath time with mummy, buddy. Woohoo! So yeah, the young fella's sort of just getting old enough that he likes to be roughhouse and stuff now, which is awesome. Starting to giggle and that, which is wicked. But yeah, his favourite food, legitimately pumpkin. We've tried heaps of stuff. He doesn't mind avocado. He loves banana, but loves his pumpkin. Likes carrot, but yeah, he doesn't like anything like really acidic. So, but he's got pretty bad reflux, so I think that's why. Anyway, load up some footage for the next video, for tomorrow's video. Put that loading in Premiere. Well, we've got some dinner going on while Flynn's getting bath time with Mum and put to bed. So, mashed potato and salmon tonight. This is my salmon seasoning, bit of rosemary, bit of garlic salt, bit of garlic, bit of extra virgin olive oil, a pinch of thyme, and just a little bit of pepper. So that should go real nice on the salmon. Heaps of mash. Boil the crap out of the potatoes in garlic salt. I'll then add some pepper when they're ready to be soft. And just a heap of butter and just a dash of milk. Nice creamy mash. Alrighty, most of the cooking dish is done. Salmon's ready to go in. It's resting for a while. Potatoes doing great. Always nice to not have to do a million dishes after dinner. Alright, so a little bit of editing while I wait for dinner. 7:45, getting on. At least I was home at a decent hour today. Normally I'm home like now-ish. Alright,
so I didn't quite get the video finished, but we finished watching Ford vs Ferrari, which we started the other day, which is pretty good. But anyway, bedtime now. Alright, so super late today because we're packing up the family and the keys went missing, so we had to look for the keys for like 20 minutes. But this is something I haven't shown you guys. I sold the missus car and upgraded. Bigger family rig. So I've had it for like 2 months now and I haven't towed with it yet, but so far I'm flapping impressed. It's just like a common rail diesel auto thing. And yeah, it actually goes awesome. Very much impressed. So anyway, we're gonna be a bit late today. It's already 8:30 and we're just leaving. So 10 o'clock start today, but that's okay. This was always the plan, kinda. So the other thing I probably need to do, as well as this video for like this time of year, is another merch drop. I should probably take this as an opportunity to do like a merch drop like 4 times a year. So I should probably start looking at doing some more shirts and stuff and doing about another merch drop. So I might start having a chat to Jacob and see what I can come up with. Anyway, now that we're out here, I'll give you a better look at it. But it's just like a 2.9 litre 4-cylinder turbo diesel common rail thing. Yeah, like I said, I'm really impressed with it. It goes really well. It's actually quite nice. Drives nice. Mrs. can drive it. Ticks all the boxes. Really would like to get a common rail ZD GU eventually, but obviously for the price we picked this up for, you couldn't even buy half a GU for it. So pretty impressed. Do us for a little while until we get out here. So I try and bring the fam out like once every fortnight, just because I've been working like 6 days a week. So it's the best way to spend extra time with them really, is to drag them out here once every now and again. We are planning on moving out here, which I'll talk to you about a bit later on, but the plan is to be out here sort of in the new year, very early. Bit of apple for breakfast, buddy. Yeah, the apple. What do you reckon of the Supra, buddy? Huh? So Supra's getting picked up today. Rex just got back from our delivery run with all new presents. Rex is really sick today, so between Rex and the fam being out here, probably be a bit of a slow one, which I am happy about. I don't mind a bit of a cruisy day every now and then. So we've got intake for the 383 build, a few boxes from Crow Cams for some stock we've been trying to chase. What do you reckon that one is, Rex? Star Trek.
I don't know.
Something. Got my Power Tune digital dash for the VS.
That's a bearing.
Oh, 2J bearings for the 1.5J. So I can finally go to machine shop now.
Right.
I'll send that down tomorrow.
Contestant tape.
Some loom tape. Eat your heart out, Sam.
That's the right stuff.
Yeah, the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Presents. All right, 32 is today's mission. Got to do a rear main seal and a few other things to this thing, so get it in and start getting it apart so we can start getting the new main seal in it. So when the parts I'm waiting for get here, we can finish the tune off. We've got bat flattery so to jump start this thing, but anyway, I'll move the Supra out anyway. What do you reckon, buddy? Skyline, or do you like the Supra better? What do you think? Let me reckon Skyline. How sick is Rob is keyring for the 32? Gojira!
Yeah, they reckon that with that elbow on the front, that will actually clear the bonnet on the VY.
Yeah, so this is going on there. 383 stroker. Pretty cool. So yeah, we're looking to move out here. We originally were trying to buy a place out here because the rental market out here is pretty much non-existent. There is not really any rentals. So we had not really any option but to buy. So we started setting that up so that we could buy, but the issue was because the business is so young still, we were having a lot of trouble basically with what we had to do to get us over the line for finance. We could have made it happen. It could have happened, but the problem was, like, by the time we got that sorted in like July, got everything sorted out so that we could get the figures right and then do that for 3 months to get pre-approval. All of a sudden we're trying to look for a house around Christmas time, like in the middle of December. It was just, the timing was terrible. It was crap. And just because of COVID and everything else that's going on at the moment, there's just like so many uncertainties. So it was a lot of pressure to put ourselves under to get done for something that there wasn't even a for certain deal sort of thing. So lucky enough, Charlie, one of our mates from out here, actually the guy we're doing the supercharged VE for at the moment, he actually has a house pretty close, like literally 5 minutes down the road, which will be vacant from like February at the latest, but maybe even earlier. So
he's going to let us rent that out, which is awesome. So the plan is to move us out here and be out here so I don't have to do the frickin' drive. So hopefully the next time you're watching one of these week in the life things, I won't actually be doing the drive every day. Originally, I didn't want to drag the family out here, like just after Mrs. had the baby and everything. Didn't want to drag her away from all the friends and stuff on the coast to come out here for a business that we weren't even sure was going to work out or not. But obviously, at this point, the business is working out fine. So we've got some certainty. You know, Flynn's all settled in and family's all good. So time to uproot and move out here so that I can actually get home at a decent hour and start work at a decent hour, etc., and not be spending half my wages on fuel. Mustang's now been here for like probably 5 months now. This is the first time it's actually moved under its own power. So the best thing about that is we no longer have to push the heavy frickin' thing. Wee 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 wee. Alright, now we can get the 32 in here and I can start on this rear main seal, which I'm just super excited about. My favourite thing about this 32 is that it looks great, but it's not a dumb height. It's really easy to work with. Like we can just get it straight on the dyno, straight on the hoist. I like it. Alright, I've got the 32 back together. Rear main's fixed on that, so that's a nice big leap forward for this thing. Still got a fair bit of work to do on it though. I'm still waiting on a few parts before we can get it back on the dyno. But, pretty good day, considering we started late. Alright, off home. Actually missed today's upload. Didn't get one out. Oopsie. Didn't have time. Missed out of time today. Alright, home sweet home. So it goes without saying, I'm so keen for when we move out there and I don't have to do this freaking drive every day. So excited. So a little bit more about the Terracan. They're based off like a Gen 2 Pajero floor pan. They're just like a torsion front end thing. Not like a serious four-wheel drive by any means, but actually has a super tight turning circle for a four-wheel drive. Tighter than any four-wheel drive I've ever owned. It's probably a tighter turning circle than the wagon was, the Falcon. So it's actually super easy to get around in, which is awesome. But yeah, so far, loving it. What do you reckon, little man? You like the new car? Spot of editing. Young fella eats. How you going, buddy? Oh, I got some Indian for dinner because neither of us wanted to cook. Bit of chicken korma and some naan. As parents, there are good nights and bad nights. And last night wasn't a good night. Off to the depot to pick up some parts that have arrived. Alright, so the parts we picked up were actually the ones we needed to continue going with the LSA blown 6 litre. So continue putting this together. Just dummy fitting all of the stuff. You'll see it all in the video. Should be a good one, this one. So as well as this LSA LS thing, I've also got to get these 2J bottom end ready to go to the machine shop today. It'll be getting, Rex is going to take it down tomorrow for machine work and balancing. Alright, we're ready to go to the machine shop tomorrow. It's crazy how deep this dam actually is once it's empty.
Yeah, it's about 5 metres.
Freaking deep. It's full of yabbies, all the crayfish now.
Yeah, when you're sitting in here, you sit on the bank when you're swimming. If you sit there for a while, you feel them start nibbling on your toes.
There's a couple in there that are freaking decent size.
Yeah, there are. There's a couple of big ones in there.
Yeah. Full of yabbies. So they've slowly just been having to work their way, keep going deeper and deeper until it's only this much water. Freaking look at the claw on that thing. That's a freaking big yabby. Yeah, this is pretty big old dam. Rex actually did a few estimates based the depth of the dam in the center. And we reckon once this dam's actually at its full capacity, at its full water level, it's about a megaliter. So, fair bit of water. So just been pumping all the water out of this dam into the top dam up there. And then once this is cleaned out, Dad's gonna start pumping from the gully back up into this dam. So that way this dam should fill up a fair bit out of the gully, and then the top dam will be full as well. So we're just waiting for some more rain, which we haven't had much of this year. All right, just thought we'd take the opportunity to test fit this intake for the 383, which I've actually found it's going to create a problem with a LS1 water pump, because as you can see, LS1 water pump is a lot different to the LSA one. So that is going to be a problem. So look into that later. Beautiful. Oh no. So that we've done with this up on a Gen 3 with a Gen 3 water pump, and you can see what we're talking about. So this is always good stuff to know before you're trying to do your final install of the parts. So got to try and investigate how the hell this is meant to work. Apparently we need this elbow for it to fit under the bonnet of the VY. Anyway, I don't need to talk about that in this video. You'll see that in the other video. All right, got this video uploading that I finished editing yesterday, and do some estimations. All right, done our turnover calculations for the first quarter, financial year. Now I'm gonna load up all of our 2J stuff ready for the machine shop in the Falcon for us to take down in the morning. So that's all ready to go. This should be uploaded soon. All right, locked and loaded for the machine shop. Oh, a couple of spicy boys. Soon, beautiful, soon. That is a really big hole in the ground. So this is the other dam that's getting filled with all the water from the other one. This runoffs into the gully, and then gully actually goes all the way down to the front of the property, and there's actually another bit of a dam near the causeway of the driveway, which will pump water out back up into that dam. All right, so my phone went flat, but I got home. Got home like, what time is it? 6:30. It's like 6:45. So the missus cooked like a bomb ass spaghetti bowl, but the mince, yeah, mince wasn't good. So it got tossed.
Disgusting.
So we're getting takeaway again, which is weird because we'd never ever get takeaway, and it so happens in this video we're gonna get takeaway 2 nights in a row, which never ever happens. So don't mistake this for some lavish lifestyle that I live. It's not. Alright, new tyres for the cruiser, move them outside. So a pretty successful parts trip. We've got the alternator kit, or the conversion kit for the alternator for the 32. This is the carb kit for that white Corona, the green old school Corona that's out there. We're doing a carb rebuild for that. So it was really hard to find a kit for that, but we got that there as well. We've got another box that we're missing from Crow Cams. But still no alternator for the 32, which is a real pain, because if we had the alternator, I could probably get that done today and get it on the dyno again and finished off. But anyway, it doesn't always work like that, so it looks like that'll be next week, unless it rocks up this afternoon. But we'll see how we go. So the tyres that were there for V80, Rex is going on a bit of a holiday next week, and it needs tyres because they keep going bald for some reason. Anyway, Rex has gone down to the machine shop this morning, as you saw, and yesterday. He not only was he going to the machine shop, he was also going to pick up a whole heap of materials which were meant to be for the exhaust for the Mustang here, as well as a few other things, the pipes to start on the 31, things like that. And he got there, and well, they reckon this order was ready, and he got there and there was like 4 bends. So absolutely livid with them as a supplier. We've had this stuff on order for literally 4 months. 4 months we've had materials to build this exhaust on order from the supplier. So that's pretty much the last straw for us for them. I think I'm going to start making some calls trying to find a new supplier. Look, yeah, just a good supplier for stainless ulti-bends and stuff like that, exhaust components, materials, to build exhaust and intakes and stuff like that. So need to find a better supplier, a more reliable one that actually responds to emails and does what you ask him to do. That's like honestly the hardest thing about running a business. The customers we deal with are awesome usually. Like we rarely ever have any issues with customers. They're wicked. The hardest thing has just been trying to deal with useless suppliers. Like we have a few awesome ones, which is great, but some of them are just absolutely useless. That and freight companies. We have had so many issues with freight companies just losing our stuff. As you've seen, we have to get it delivered somewhere else because they won't actually deliver out to us. and just, yeah, losing boxes and then just being completely non-compliant when you're trying to call it to chase up items and stuff. They just, oh, I lost this person, I'll get back to you, or this person, he just never comes back. It's so frustrating. So that so far has been the most frustrating thing. And now I'm talking about going into a parts retailer where I'm gonna have to deal with things like this even more. But anyway, it is what it is. So once I actually live out this way, productivity obviously is gonna be a lot better, a lot higher. It's the hardest thing about the way things are at the moment is every day's a big day. I could come here for 4 hours, it's still a big day. If I come here for 4 hours, it's still a 7-hour day between the drive here and back. So it makes it so hard. All right, so now I get to do some wiring. Yay. All right, doing a bit of wiring for the day. Installed the Mac valve. That's this thing, apart from waiting for our new alternator. This thing's ready to hit the dyno again. All right, so 32's done, pretty much what I wanted to do today. So I'll scoot into town, grab some fuel for the machines for Dad, and see if there's any more packages there. Woo, Friday up. Actually coming back out here tomorrow, Saturday afternoon. Actually having all the boys around for a big bit of a party. Used to do it, before we started the business, we used to do it like probably once a month. Just have a night where we'd get all the boys out here and just sit around the fire and talk smack and drink beers. But yeah, since starting the business, we've actually not done it. So it's been like 7 months. Like pretty much since we bought the diner, we haven't done it. So yeah, it'd be good to see everyone for a while. People like Adam and Liam and everyone else you used to see on the channel fairly often. Hopefully coming out and spend some time. Not only that, but Brad's actually coming to get the 33.4 tomorrow, which is awesome. So that's been here for 2 months, over 2 months now. And he's going to drive Archie on Sunday. So he's pretty excited about that. So be here for when he picks that up too. Slowly getting all the silt out. Big job for a little machine. See, that's got to be dammed up and dug from there to there, and then from there to there, and then from there out. Blah, 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 blah. So I was really hoping to have the rest of my stuff that I needed for the 31 this week, but that didn't happen. I was also hoping to have the conversion kit for the VS this week, but that also didn't get here in time, so it's a bit of a pain. I really need the knuckles, so I've got the lower control arms there. I just need the knuckles to get into this so that I can get the knuckles, lower control arms, and the coilovers in. And that way I can measure exactly what tie rod ends I need, and then I can get them ordered, because I need them here ASAP so that the front end is actually together and the car's rolling and steerable and everything else. So anyway.
She takes a while to wind up.
Beer with a fan. All right, we home. Bit of power for breakfast, buddy. What do you reckon? So currently just on the way to a mate's place. We have our friend's, their son is 1 year old today, so going to a big crazy 1-year-old party. Woo! So we'll go there, and then after that I'll head back out to the workshop. All right, had a fun little 1-year-old's birthday party, so back out here now. A couple of boys are starting to show up. We got Brad coming to get the 33, so he'll be here soon. I'm sure he's going to have a couple of brewskis with us. And yeah, have a nice little night. Normally have a fire, but it's a bit hot and dry at the moment to be having any fires out here, so probably not tonight, but we'll still have a good time.
I was going to give up, but Max was like, oh, yeah. Fuck, did we not see that? Everyone checked the decks and shit. But it wasn't until I actually got there.
See ya, boy.
That's what happened.
Yeah, there's an issue happened. I called my mum a club on Twitch and like 6 months later she was like, I found your fucking picture.
What's going on here, eh? What's all this about?
Saturday's getting
Oh, new S13 kit, thanks to Brad. Got the S13 all kitted up. Oh, this is happening. Oh, there's a pod filter. Turn your indicator off, you fucking.
Yeah, turn the indicator off.
You're gonna cause a road accident. So I ate a little bit of silt, eh? Honestly. Yeah. This is not ideal for your Sunday morning. Micro's just cruising along in 5th and just cut all power. Complete stop. Cranks over. All the rods are intact. Water looks fine. Fuses all look fine. Yeah, it turns over fine on the starter, just won't freaking start. Seems to have fuel pump fuse is fine, so without anything else here to try and fault find, then don't really know what to do, so Rex is going to have to come get me. No fire. Maybe an ignition module or something. Hello old friend. Lucky I didn't pull the motor and box out of this week. And it's still got rego for 3 days. Try again. Try and get home again. Again. Fix me. So we're learning a new way to fold fitted sheets. And Flynn's loving it.
I'm so confused.
Alright guys, so that pretty much rounds out a reasonably quiet week. Wasn't too bad. Got a fair bit done, which is good. And for like a little bit of context of how keen I am to actually move out there, from when I dropped out of uni and went back to work, I lived on the sunny coast and worked in 8 Mile Plains, which is like western Brisbane. And then that work moved to Shayla Park, which is like the very south side of Brisbane, Underwood. So I was traveling from the sunny coast to Underwood. Around this time I was working away a lot, but when I was home I was doing that drive every day. Then I moved to Toowoomba, and I lived in Toowoomba and worked in Eagle Farm, which is like the northeastern side of Brisbane, and I did that daily drive every day. And then I moved back to Brisbane for a little while and then back to the coast, and then I was doing the drive from the coast to Eagle Farm every day. And then I started working at Clontarf and I was driving from the coast to Clontarf every day, and now I'm doing full-time where we are now, so I'm driving from the coast to Blackbird every day. So since I was like 17, I've just been driving all the time so much. So I'm so keen to actually finally have like full-time work and like stability and live close to work and not have to drive every freaking day. It's going to be new for me. So anyway, we're going tomorrow, try and finish off this R32 as soon as we get the Sultanator. And then this week I want to finish off that green Corona as well. And then I'm actually going to probably take a bit of a break, have a few days off. Rex is going for a bit of a break as well. So we're going to have a bit of a few day break. So uploads might be a bit slow around when you're watching this. And then after that, when we get back to work, we'll smash out the finish that supercharged build. And then hopefully by then we've got the parts we need to finish the 31 and get stuck into the VS. So plenty happening, plenty coming. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed another little insight to my pretty hectic schedule, I guess. Hopefully when I move out there, well, the next one you watch, hopefully we'll live out there, and there'll be a lot more time for other things, which would be great. So anyway, cheers for watching. Smash the like, smash the subscribe. See you on the next one. Peace out. See you. Bye.